Once upon a time, in a village called Sutapon, lived an old lady who had 8 children and made a living out of Gari. That is my grandmother. I share with you the secret to her delicious Gari. Freezing cassava is a way that I preserve my cassava, and once I take it out, it is very easy for me to break it up and use it for anything that I want to use, especially if I want to blend. So I cut them into the small pieces, add water, and then blend. Once it is blended, I put it in a muslin bag. In this case, I'm using the recycled flour bag so that I am able to squeeze all the water out of this. I'll be using the water that I squeezed to blend the rest of the cassava. Now, one secret about my grandmother's Gari is the fact that she adds salt to her Gari. A little salt to this goes a long way. It makes a whole lot of difference. So after I blended it the second time or all the others, I'll just go ahead, squeeze out as much water as I can, and by doing this, you are making starch. I'll now place it heavy stuff over it so that all the other excess water will drain, and I did this overnight. So I pour the water after the starch has settled, and yes, once it dries out, that'll be your cassava starch. The next day, this is what we have, basically cassava dough. Okay, next thing to do is to sieve this. You sieve this for 2 reasons: to spread the dough out and make it easy for you to roast, also to take out the cassava that didn't blend well, and also there are these stems in cassava that can escape when you are peeling it. Okay, so after that, I spread it in my parchment paper and let it air dry, so as to ensure that most of the liquid is out before roasting. When most of the liquid is out before you roast your Gari, it makes the roasting process quite easy, because roasting Gari is such a task. You don't have to move away from it can clamp up, and so you have to stay by it and stir it continuously until all the water goes out, leaving the cassava dry, nice and crispy. So when you make small portions of cassava or Gari at home, it looks very easy. But if you are to see the process by which they do it commercially, you will know that this is such a task. Okay, so after you are done roasting it, after it is crispy, you just let it sit and let it cool down completely. As soon as it cools down, you want to bottle it, because if you let it sit for a while, it might go flat and become soft, and we don't like that. Okay, so this is it. This is how we make our Gari. And grandmom died at 80. We celebrated her 10th anniversary not long ago. So had she been alive, she would have been 90 years. May God bless her soul. And thank you for watching. Kindly support me by liking, subscribing, and follow me on all my social media platforms. Bye.